When a relationship ends, it doesn't just leave memories behind. It leaves silence where laughter once lived, emptiness where warmth once thrived, and questions that seem to echo endlessly. Who regrets more after a breakup, the man or the woman? At first glance, it seems simple. Women cry. Women express. Women feel deeply. Men appear composed, unaffected, and quick to move on. But this is only the surface. Heartbreak is more than visible tears or silent strength. It's an emotional journey that takes time, and regret doesn't arrive in the same way or at the same time for everyone. In the first days, women feel the shock most intensely. Every memory, every song, every small detail becomes a trigger. She may find herself crying in the shower, staring at her phone, or scrolling through old photos, asking herself the same questions repeatedly. Did I give enough? Did I love enough? Was I not enough? These questions echo in her mind because she's not only mourning a person, she's mourning a future she had imagined. Her pain is loud and visible, but there is purpose in it. By confronting these emotions head-on, she begins the slow work of understanding herself again. Every tear, every sleepless night, every reflective moment is part of a natural healing process. Men, on the other hand, often suppress their emotions initially. Society has conditioned them to act strong, unbreakable, and in control. So, after a breakup, they bury themselves in distractions, work, games, social outings, or casual attention from others. Laughter is forced, social media shows confidence, and friends may see only the surface. They convince themselves that they are fine, that they have moved on. But beneath the surface, a storm is quietly forming. The absence of the person they once shared their world with slowly begins to weigh heavily. The emotions they suppressed do not vanish, they simply wait. Weeks pass and the woman starts to reflect. She revisits the relationship in her mind, replaying conversations, arguments, and moments of tenderness. She asks herself, what did I miss? What could I have done differently? What did I truly want? Reflection becomes insight. She starts rebuilding herself, reconnecting with friends, finding joy in hobbies, and investing in her own growth. Even small signs of progress, a morning without sadness, a laugh that comes naturally, become milestones in her healing. For her, heartbreak is not destruction, it is transformation. Meanwhile, the man's distractions start to fade. The void she once filled now becomes impossible to ignore. He remembers her voice, her laughter, the comfort she provided in ways he never recognized. Regret begins to creep in quietly. He thinks of the little things, how she always knew what to say when he was upset, how she cared without asking for anything in return, the moments he overlooked because he assumed she would always be there. His pride, however, keeps him silent. He may joke, smile, and pretend, but inside, the emotional reckoning has begun. As months pass, women often transform faster. The initial heartbreak becomes a catalyst for self-discovery. They focus on their careers, passions, and independence. Memories of the relationship no longer only bring pain, they bring lessons. They laugh again, smile spontaneously, and find peace in their own company. Their heartbreak teaches resilience, self-awareness, and emotional intelligence. Men, however, face delayed regret. The lessons that women began learning months ago arrive quietly and painfully for men. What once felt like freedom now reveals itself as emptiness. Social outings feel hollow, work feels mechanical, and new connections lack the depth of the one they lost. They think, did I appreciate her enough? Did I give her what she deserved? Did I take her for granted? Each reflection intensifies regret. Unlike women, whose regret often fades as they heal, men carry this delayed emotional reckoning longer. Stories of heartbreak vary, yet the emotional patterns are similar. There's the young couple whose love burned intensely, but ended over misunderstandings and unspoken feelings. The woman cried for weeks, nights stretching endlessly. She sought closure through reflection and journaling. The man laughed with friends, played video games, and convinced himself he was fine until months later, when the memories returned like a tide, and he realized he had lost someone irreplaceable. There's the long-term couple, married or engaged, whose breakup stemmed from unmet expectations and drifting apart. The woman spent nights replaying conversations, questioning herself, and wondering about the life they could have had. She found solace in growth and independence. The man buried himself in work and social life, believing he was resilient. But years later, the regret remained. He remembered her unwavering support, the life they built together, and the opportunities for love and care he had taken for granted. Even short-term relationships can leave deep regrets. The woman may move on faster, learning from the mistakes and experiences, while the man may find himself haunted by fleeting memories of connection, laughter, and intimacy. This delayed emotional realization is a pattern observed in psychology. Men often experience regret later, but it is often more intense when it arrives. Pride, societal expectations, and emotional suppression delay the emotional reckoning. By the first year, women often reach a place of emotional clarity. They laugh more freely, focus on personal growth, and view the past with perspective. Men may still carry a quiet ache. Attempts to form new connections often highlight what was lost, showing the depth of emotional bonds that cannot easily be replaced. Men begin to understand lessons about empathy, patience, and appreciation, lessons that women may have grasped months ago. Between the first and second year, the divergence in regret is clear. Women's regret, intense at first, fades as healing progresses. Men's regret, delayed, may last longer and impact future relationships, decision-making, and self-awareness. Men may look back, thinking, "I didn't realize her worth until it was gone." Women, having already faced the pain and reflected on it, often reach peace faster, finding strength in independence and clarity. Over these years, both men and women undergo profound transformations. Women turn heartbreak into empowerment. They rediscover themselves, embrace self-love, and are prepared for healthier relationships. Men, when confronting delayed regret, gain empathy, insight, and emotional growth. The delayed confrontation teaches them about the fragility of love, the importance of communication, and the value of appreciation before it's too late. By the end of the second year and beyond, both men and women often find acceptance. Women integrate lessons into their lives, forming stronger emotional patterns and healthier connections. Men, having faced their regret, rebuild with emotional maturity and insight. Both recognize that breakups are not failures, they are transitions, painful but necessary, guiding them towards self-discovery, emotional intelligence, and life preparedness. So, who regrets more after a breakup? The answer is nuanced. Women may experience immediate, visible regret, which fades as they heal. Men may appear unaffected, but their regret arrives later, quietly, often more intensely. Both experiences teach